Today, I want to talk to you girls about our Ava holster. And actually, I should include the guys on this one too, because what I'm telling you applies to the Capone holster as well. The Ava and the Capone are exactly the same. That's a question we get asked a lot. The only difference is in the marketing. We had some guys talking about how they didn't want to wear an Ava holster, so now it's called the Capone for you fellas. The Ava and the Capone. When you look at this holster, I think one of the first things people think is, oh my gosh, that's so big. It would be hard to conceal. And I want to dispel that myth for you right now. The Ava actually is a really comfortable holster. The backing on it makes it more comfortable to wear as opposed to a smaller holster that puts all the pressure in one place. So when you look at a hybrid holster and you see this big back piece and you think, oh my gosh, that's giant, there are some reasons that we make it bigger like this. And I want to talk about those real quick. One of the things that this bigger back piece does is it offers 2 attachment points as opposed to, say, a Betty or an Amelia holster that just clips on in one place. The 2 attachment points work great for stabilizing your firearm. That may be if you have a larger firearm and need to stabilize the weight, or if you have a more flexible waistband. So if you're wearing yoga pants, for example, this not only clips on in 2 places to keep the holster from moving around and keep your gun from moving around, it also acts to reinforce your waistband. So if you have a less supportive garment on, or you're not wearing a belt, when you clip this in, think of it like, think of it like a watch. If your watch was really loose and it was shaking around all the time, you could kind of knock yourself out with it, right? You'd have to hold on to it when you moved. You'd have to be careful with what you did. Whereas if you have your watch nice and fitted to your wrist, even if it's a big watch, it's still really functional. Same thing with a holster and a gun. If you've got your holster clipped on and it's just flipping around causing problems, that's not any good. So if you have extra reinforcement and stability, it really makes you more comfortable as you carry through the day. It also provides a more stable drawing platform. So whenever you need your gun, you're not pulling some more and hoping that eventually things snap back into place. When you pull, if you have a stable platform to draw from, it helps you to get your gun faster. One of my favorite things, and it's a part that gets overlooked frequently, is the suede on the back. This is lovely, you guys. So where this touches your skin, everything about it is super soft, even super flexible. And that makes a big difference with comfort. All right, let's talk about adjusting the retention on your holster. So that's what this looks like. Got my 365 right here by SIG. Your gun goes in the holster, just like that. This right here is where you adjust your tension. And you just need a Phillips head screwdriver to do that. I recommend turning it quarter turn to a half turn at a time. You can turn righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That works for holster retention as well. Right makes it tighter, left makes it looser. So you try it out, think, okay, that feels pretty good right there. That feels nice, it's got a good click. Then put it on your body and let the pressure from your body push against the gun and try to draw at that point and see how it feels. You can always loosen the tension back down, or you can tighten it up depending on your preference. There are different points on your body that put more or less pressure on your gun. So think about if you've got it on your side where your hip is really contoured versus flat across your abdomen or across the smoother part of your hip, there's less pressure involved. So play with that and see what works best for you there. We offer 2 different clip options on our Ava and Capone holsters. We've got the Ulti clips here and the DCC clips here. So let me show you some pros and cons to each of those. The Ulti clips, these are a tried and true standard. We love these clips. There's adjustability in the angle that they attach. There is also adjustability in the placement, and that holds true on all the different clips on the Ava. But the clip on this one, the Ulti clip, it latches on kind of like a suspender clip. So when it closes down, it locks onto your waistband and it holds on for dear life. So no matter how thin the fabric of your waistband is, the Ulti clips are going to hold onto it securely. The other clip is the DCC clip. So this holster has the DCC clips on it. So same thing, they've got a single attachment point. They've got adjustability in the angle of the clip. They've also got adjustability as far as hole placement on both sides. The thing that's different about these is that they don't have the latch that the Ulti clip has. They have this little tooth in the holster, and it opens up and latches down onto the fabric of your waistband. And this is as secure as the latch on the Ulti clip. You have 2 great options. You don't have to wear a belt, but if you want to wear a belt, this is my favorite because there's room in here for that to attach over your belt. With the Ulti clip, if you want to wear a belt with this one, you actually put your belt over the top of the clip. So you clip onto your waistband with this clip, and then you lay your belt over the top of it. If you close this clip around a belt, it actually will make it bend, so you don't want to do that. If you want to wear a belt and you want the support of the belt to be involved in your holster and your firearm, go with the DCC. Whenever you get your holster, it's set up originally in the second holes on each side, and you can change how this sits inside of your waistband based on which hole you place it in. So you can see right there are 5 different holes on either side, which means there are 25 different cant and depth combinations you can play with. So for example, if you wanted to wear this behind your hip and you wanted your gun to kick forward a little bit, so you wanted it to sit like this, you bring this clip down to the lowest hole and you take this clip and you raise it up so that wherever your waistband hits is where the top of that clip is, and that changes the angle that your holster sits at. If you wanted it to sit deeper in your waistband, you could move the clips up and that would drop the whole holster lower in your waistband. So you've got a lot of flexibility to change this to suit your needs. Safety is always super important to us, and I want to point out a couple of features about the Ava that are super safe. One is that the trigger is fully covered, both on the front and on the back. There is no trigger access when your gun is in its holster. That's really important, and you'll find that to be the case with every single holster that we make. The other thing is that we want to give a full combat grip whenever you are going to draw your gun. And a combat grip means that you can get your whole hand on the gun and draw it without having to adjust before you shoot. Get your whole hand in here between the leather and the grip of your gun. You can get right up to the bottom of your trigger guard, and when you draw, you're ready to fire. You have the option to put this anywhere around your waistband that you want. You can carry appendix with a little bit of a cross draw, just tip it this way. You can carry strong side appendix. You can put it straight on your hip, or you can even flip it around to the back and carry behind your hip. You just want to cant the holster forward a little bit so that your draw is a little bit easier. One of the things I love most about the Ava is how customizable it is. You'll notice that we have 2 different colors of plastic going on here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but we also have 2 different colors of stitch. We've got 2 different colors of suede, and we offer like, oh man, I want to say probably 12 different colors and boutique on the Kydex. We have about 13 different stitch colors. We have about 15 different suede colors. So you can really build this holster out to suit your exact preferences and tastes. I love that. One of my favorite things to do is see the holsters that come through and know that they're going to somebody who's going to love them. And yes, I do judge your preferences. I do. So when you pop on our website to order your Ava or Capone holster, make sure that you check out all the different color options because, hey, that's fun. But also make sure that you look at all the different gun fits that we have available. We have over 85 different gun fits. And with the Ava, because it's open barrel, you have a lot of other flexibility too. You can carry longer barrels in this, so the barrel length is no longer limited. The other thing is you can order it in right or left-handed. You have all kinds of custom options that you can add to make this holster your own. I loved getting to share with you today about one of my favorite holsters. The Ava has been my go-to for a long time whenever I'm carrying a bigger firearm. I'd love to recommend it to you. If you get the chance, pop over to our website and check out the Ava or Capone holster.